Good afternoon, grade 11 social studies. It is Miss Hamilton here, and today we are going to be doing an introduction to ultranationalism, propaganda, and authoritative leaders. Before we get started, I want to break down that root word there, nationalism. So please create a KWL chart that we have done before, and in that first no box, write what you know about nationalism or ultranationalism, even if we haven't discussed it yet. I'm going to recap some of the important qualities that make up nationalism. However, we know there are diverse understandings of nationalism. Nationalism can be a belief in a nation, a shared sense of kinship or belonging, or a shared consciousness of a collective identity. In your no box, you may have also mentioned that geography, language, spirituality, religion, ethnicity, culture, and citizenship are all factors that inspire a sense of nationalism among members of a nation. So, how could this become extreme or ultra-like, leading to dangerous behaviors? This is the wondering question we will be referencing throughout this chapter. So please pause the video and jot down some questions or ideas that you would like to know under that W box about nationalism. When drastic economic and social changes that result in unemployment and poverty take place, extreme nationalism becomes the likely result. This, along with many other factors we will be discussing in Chapter 6. Moving along to propaganda. You will see on the left a book cover for a children's book released in 1938, just before World War II, in an attempt to expose Jewish people as a threat to Germany. Please pause this video and individually or with a partner discuss the images and what message they are sending to parents and children who may have read this during Nazi Germany times. Okay, in brief, propaganda is a form of persuasion often used in media to further some kind of agenda by evoking an emotional response from the audience. Using the example of the book below, we will be discussing how propaganda influences citizens of a nation. I remember when I first found out about the contents in this book, being a children's book especially, I was appalled about the content young German minds would have been fed. Obviously, the mindset was extremely horrific, but sending this message to children really disturbed me, even though I knew everything going on was really disappointing. The title of this book, when translated from German to English, is called The Poisonous Mushroom. Inside the book, a mother tells her child, just as it is difficult to distinguish between a poisonous mushroom and an edible mushroom, it is difficult to distinguish between a good Jew and a lying, thieving Jew. End quote. Yeah, pretty disturbing. So knowing that, please pause and discuss again what you think is taking place in that picture on the right of the man and the two children. Okay, so next, this picture is a page from the book. It paints the older man as an unsafe Jewish person attempting to give candy to lure young and naive German children. So we've all heard our parents say something along the lines of, do not take candy from strangers, because often we're unclear of people's motives. So of course this was the method to scare parents and children from particularly Jewish people who are painted to have those ill intentions. So knowing what we just talked about, I want you to think aloud with a partner about current day forms of propaganda. So think of the COVID-19 pandemic, the Freedom and Trucker Convoy, any Olympic coverage. Have you seen anything in the news or on social media that you might classify as propaganda? Why are you thinking this? What message are they trying to portray to you? And how can we confirm or be cautious that we are consuming factual information when we are online? So I'm ending my presentation with references, and that will become very important when you are handing in things from this chapter. References are essential. And when we're dealing with propaganda and sensitive topics like ultranationalism, I will require references to be valid and well thought out. So I look forward to hearing if you have any questions. I look forward to hearing your thoughts, and I will see you all next class. Have a great one. Bye-bye.